What is transcendence? The interesting thing is that many people think about transcendence in the form of the spiritual narrative. That we think of transcendence as transcending the ego construct, coming into an enlightened state of samadhi or mind, coming into the transcended separation of the I am. Now, most of my work has been exactly this, understanding transcendence to come into the most highest integrated mind in I am presence that I can, so I could transcend the human suffering or the human condition. This has been my purpose. This has been my assignment. This has been what I have gifted many, is a pathway of consciousness to purify the separate mind and to transcend the distortions that have been created from it. However, transcendence is not just that. It's actually so much more. If you see it in a different way to how we've placed it in its own entrapment container, its own compartment, you can see transcendence is possible everywhere. Transcendence is to transcend the container or the imprisonment or the idea or the concept of something. So many people transcend things all the time. They just don't see it as transcendence. You transcend your age. You grow out of the ages that you have once been. So you transcend the age of 4. You transcend aspects of hobbies because you've learnt them, you've cultivated them, you're no longer in a part of alchemizing and understanding that, so you then transcend that specific activity. You transcend that hobby because it's alchemized, integrated, and you've either mastered what it had for you and what it was reflecting to you. So each layer of our life we have an opportunity to transcend. And transcendence, if used in a very specific framework of focus, allows us to transcend any problem in our life, even without going into the levels of devotional practice, spiritual enlightenment, or samadhi. You can transcend the challenges of your business. You can transcend your money mindset. You can transcend the scarcity in your life. You can transcend your relationship problems without needing to become an enlightened master, a spiritual samadhi being, or Christ consciousness in form. It's just simply seeing, where in life do I desire to transcend? What is it in my life that currently I'm cultivating, I'm learning, I'm discovering the frequency, the awareness, the self that is created from that, but I would like to transcend that and create something new, something higher, something better, something more aligned to my sacred truth, to my authentic being. So in this, understanding transcendence means that you can apply transcendence. You are able to use transcendence to understand what it is that you're currently contained by or entrapped by, and then what it is that's outside of that containment that you would like to come into the transcendence of, or into that state of presence, being, or cultivation. Now, for me, a lot of the work that I've done has been on purification and transcending the human psyche, the separate mind that creates all of the mental, emotional, physical mutations of the human experience. I love understanding what makes people think that they have to live a certain way, that function in a specific way. I love knowing why I did something based on some distorted aspect of how I thought reality was, or what I thought I was supposed to be. And so the human psyche has many, many, many levels of being able to transcend until you come into sound mind, one mind, where mind just knows. However, what I'll be bringing to this channel and focusing more is on the aspects of transcendence of the money mindsets, transcendence of our soul's blueprints, transcendence into living life on purpose in alignment with our sacred, authentic truth. So transcendence based in the paradigms of evolving your soul, your spirit, your business, your purpose, your mission, and your assignments, so that you're receiving information that allows you to have not just a 5D business, but a source-guided, unified business. That you are able to live your life and create your mission from your sacred heart and not a divine plan that was placed upon you or possibly altered through your human experience. That you're able to create abundance and prosperity that is your birthright, but because you didn't know that you were a sovereign being, that you're required to release some of these distorted aspects of reality that you don't even realize that you have, that are preventing your ability to live the sovereign truth of your life that you desire, to live in alignment with the excitement of being a soul-guided being that has a life by design. Transcendence is many forms, many layers. You transcend different concepts, ideas, different identities, different paradigms, different wounds. Now, transcendence into a state of samadhi, a very big concept in which I do teach and is very large in mystery school, and not everyone is ready for that. Most of us actually just want to transcend an aspect of our life that brings us more fulfillment, more connection, and more abundance to live a life with more happiness, joy, and ease. So instead of going for the big guns that many people do, and they place themselves in an infinite layer of karma, trauma, and healing the suffering loop without actually ever getting to integrate that of what they've come to know, how about we work in a stage of what is my soul desire to live now? Instead of reaching for these aspects of the heights of the edges of creation and consciousness that, mind you, are infinite and will never end. You will never get to that goal that you're seeking, because the truth seeker is a seeker forevermore and never gets to actually be the creator. How about we start to transcend some of those paradigms and concepts that keep us stuck in these matrix paradigms, in these aspects of needing to seek healing, in this scarcity that I can't get, that of the coach, the healer that I desire. How about we work on those base core foundational levels of the human experience and start to transcend them so that we can work our way up? One of the things that individuals don't realize is that we can't skip steps. I know that you want to, I know that we'd like to, but if you skip and jump things, you will have to revisit them through contrast later. So what is more advisable, rather than doing the infinite layers of cleanup and the challenge of what happens when we quantum leap and become lost in our own disassociated mind, is to go back to basics, to understand, yes, you can quantum leap, but you're going to have to go through all of the layers that you bypassed and understand what they meant so that you can integrate them. Whether you're quantum leaping and integrating downward, or whether you're coming up and moving into transcendence stage by stage and integrating moment by moment, this new expression of my message here in how to work with transcendence, conscious creation, and how to align your life with and by design will provide tools, steps, and the processes that your soul and spirit might just be asking for.